Just an inning and 2/3. Didn't last very long. Breaking ball hit up the middle. Uggla's going to have to hurry. Not in time. Infield base hit for Juan Pierre. On the ground, Pierre was on the move. He's going to be able to make it to second. The only play is at first. Uggla over to Cantu for out number 1. But a man, it's 2 balls and a strike to Orlando. In the left field, Coughlin comes on, makes the catch. They're going to challenge his arm. Here comes Juan. Not nearly in time with the throw, and the Dodgers draw first blood.
Well, those first inning runs again. The Dodgers have been able to stock up on all season long, and it just makes it a lot easier for Eric Milton to take the mound for the very first time, knowing that I don't have to be perfect. Freddie, when did you get kicked out of last night's ball game?
Hi. Joe Torre called his name.
He's thrown about 60 pitches in the last 2 days.
Back-to-back walk.
Everything exactly the same, even though they may be throwing different pitches.
Ethier at second, Martin at first will be off. There they go. Loney pops it up.
This could be trouble with the sun.
Uggla underneath it.
With Christian Guzman for Chuck Knobloch.
Ball and 2 strikes.
As an outfielder, you have to throw it twice as far, so you've got to drop your arm way down and bring it back up and throw it. It's more like launching the ball.
Casey Blake coming on. Warning track, makes the play.
Nowhere to put him. Cantu can hit the ball too, so it's not like you can just walk guys, and you really get in trouble.
High drive, right field, coming on. Ethier not able to make the play. He didn't see that baseball.
Put on some weight. I don't know that would mess with his speed all that much. I mean, this is a guy that they're talking about someday being a 40-40 guy.
Cantu hits this one to left field off the end of the bat.
Does these guys
well,
have?
Washington said no last year. They had the first-round pick. They took Aaron Crow, a right-handed pitcher out of Missouri. They said no, didn't sign him.
So then that's why a lot of guys get scared away. A lot of teams get scared away. They won't draft a guy that's asking for that kind of money. What have you done?
Junior college, and then just exploded once he made it over to Long Beach State.
I'm pretty sure. Ooh.
If you stick to your guns and you say no to arguably the finest talent in the last 10 years, was the figure that was announced that he signed for in 1965. Softly hit on the ground. Hudson thought about going to second, instead goes to first, gets the sure out. Signed someone for $60 million who had never played a day of professional baseball. Would you hold that against the player, or just say, hey, you know, he got what he could get?
You can find you'll find that most players don't. They don't care. They understand that.
Got his ball down the third base line past Casey Blake. This will score a run. Uggla scores. Checking into second is Cody Ross.
You can throw away the numbers when you're talking about Cody Ross. He has not swung the bat well. He's not swung the bat well against left-handed pitching, but he just blisters this one down the line. Ship come in, and maybe he plays very well, and then he might be the guy holding out or looking for a bigger deal than the organization's willing to offer.
No chance at all. Milton strikes him.
I'm sure he signed it, and now the kid's sitting with a Hanley Ramirez bat. Good for him.
2-1 pitch to Juan Pierre. Laced down the right field line. That's fair. Extra bases for Juan. He's on his way to second. Let's see if he gets 3. Hermida slow to get the ball back to the infield. And Juan Pierre's going to have himself a triple. Out. Outfield for a call, trying to bring him in. Infield in at the corners. Third baseman Bonifacio and the first baseman Cantu. Middle of the diamond conceding the run. And that will score the run. Dan Uggla throws to first. Dodgers take the lead once again, 2-1.
Well, I got to tell you, Juan Pierre right now is playing baseball the way Juan Pierre every season had 200 hits and 100 runs in 2 of those 3 seasons and won a world championship.
Solid base.
You know, for as big as he is, for as tall as he is, he's not really a drop and drive pitcher. He's more of a straight up and down.
He's got to pay for talent. Rio pitch to Martin downstairs.
You had to prove your worth before you had the opportunity to make a big league salary.
James Loney hits this one to center field. Cody Ross comes in, slams on the brakes. Here is getting here in the bottom of the third inning. Milton's 0-1. Broken bat for call. One hands and three. Stretch of the imagination during Cactus League play. During spring training, he was 0-3 with an ERA north of 10. But remember, he's coming back from the arm injury. It took him a while.
You know, Ozzie Guillen went to go play shortstop, and the infield was so bad he went out there with a catcher's face mask on because he said this is brutal. And the playing surface is fine. It's just a football venue.
Milton hits Cantu with his first pitch.
That's mainly because of how far Ramirez was getting off of third base.
3-2 pitch. Walk drives in a run. Marlins have scored here in the third inning without the benefit of a base hit.
I think with the waist pitch, with the pitches that he has some liberty be a little bit closer to the strike zone to get a guy just to entice him to swing.
High drive. This should get the Dodgers out of the inning. Kemp comes in, makes the play, side
in the popcorn.
But the best part about going to a movie theater is you put your own butter right on it.
That bad, greasy.
Matt Kemp lashes first pitch he sees into center field.
438 he's been hitting on this road trip so far, so that's outstanding as well.
Swing and a miss.
Bonifacio at third base crashing, and he's got a lot of speed.
He does get it down first base side. Baker's only play.
Excellent. That tinsel like you put on your Christmas tree, and they're all over the field, and they're all glistening in the lights.
Juan flips it into left field. Coghlan got a good jump and make his 6th win. There's Clayton Kershaw.
Second time that's happened to Billingsley actually this season.
First ball swinging. Cody Ross over to Casey Blake. Out number 1. 1998, Eric Weaver was a pitcher. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, and Milton snags it. Eric. High pop-up. On the infield dirt. Hudson calls for it. Raffy's played pepper with the second baseman Dan Uggla so far today. Ground out to him twice. Last one at least was a productive ground out. It drove in Juan Pierre with the game's second.
Lack of consistency as far as command of his pitches, and that's the big thing. He still just looks like a thrower with good stuff.
On the ground, Uggla backhands. Low throw, scooped out.
There's your ace.
Coghlan hits this one on the ground. Hudson.
That's those oblique strains. You know, you just have to take it easy. It's sort of like a growing pull or a hamstring.
Ramirez hits it to short for call.
Get trouble. Keep it down.
Cantu reaches out, pokes it in the
full extension on a ball down and away from you. You usually don't finish your swing off all that well.
Baker hits this one high and deep to right center field. Ethier going back, looking up. It's gone. A home run for John Baker, his 5th of the season, and the Marlins take their first lead of the day. Weaver got the first 2 guys out easily here in the 5th, but then a single by Cantu, and now this blast by Baker.
There's the danger we talk about. See, that ball is about mid-thigh, almost belt high to Baker. And when you're going to throw sort of a sinking right now, Marlins are winning 4-2.
3-2 pitch. Up the middle. Base hit for Ugla. Dan Ugla reaches. Hermida gets a base hit to center field. Ugla stops at second. That's now. High pop-up, shallow center field. Hudson calling for it. Single by Orlando Hudson. And a single by Matt Kemp. That's it.
Nice.
Into center field, they now have 5 hits. Russell Martin has reached base safely all 3 times so far today. Two-two pitch. That's strikeout number 11.
I wouldn't let that happen.
There goes Martin. Ball on the ground. Ramirez has no play at second. Over to first. Out number 2. 3-2 pitch. Martinez delivers. And the walk is issued.
Call me over. Steve, come here. Come over here. And I'd say, yeah, what do you need? Could you go get Roger Clemens' autograph for me?
Fooled him with a 2-2. Hong-Chi Kuo still not able to pitch for the Dodgers. Still dealing with that strained elbow. 2-2 pitch. Meziga powers this one to left field. Pierre through the tinsel, able to make use so much of it that every time he threw, there would be a puff of rosin from his left arm, left hand.
I know that one of his earlier appearances, they all the way back in this count. Make sure he throws another strike here.
He does, and it's popped in the air. Third base side. Casey Blake wants it. Casey Blake has it. A 1-2-3 inning for Britt. Slash past Ramirez. Third hit of the day for Juan Pierre.
In his last 8 games with a .500 on base percentage, and he's been on base 3 times a day.
Raffy swings at the first pitch, skies it to center field.
Pretty good at getting his bat on the ball, but he had gone through a string where he's striking out a lot over the last 3 ball games.
Pokes at it, gets it to right field. Here comes Juan. Hermida's throw. Safe at home is Pierre, and it's a 1-run game. Second sacrifice fly of the day. Orlando Hudson scoring Juan Pierre.
Hudson's just so happy that Juan Pierre has been on third. Used to play for the Seattle Mariners. Pretty good player, had a lot of fun.
Line drive over Ramirez's head. Solid single for Ethier. And with 2 outs, the known as Landshark Stadium. They haven't lost here.
Carpet painting.
Since 2007. They were undefeated in 3 attempts last year, and they won last night. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Meyer. Martin.
Brad Osmus on the right-hand side.
Hard hit ball right to the shortstop for Call.
On the right-hand side.
Hard hit ball right to the shortstop for Call. High pop-up. Medium deep right field. Ethier changes directions, makes the play.
And Mr. Clean looking guy there in the middle.
Swing and a miss.
Work counts here, take some pitches, and find a way to get on base. Fool you. The strikeout totals are still there, however.
On the ground to third. Bonifacio gets it on a couple of 4 home runs.
In his next effort. That would have made him a good cricket player.
That's a smash to third. Casey Blake does it. Belisario's 1-2. Chopped softly third base side. Casey's getting tested here in the 8th. Safe at first. I think James had to fall off the bat. Double play ball. Can't make the play. Hermina's on his way to third. Belisario's 0-1. Hit on the ground softly. Hudson's going to come home. Ball gets away from Martin. Run scores. Going over to third. Globe is safe. Now he's out. Went too far off the bag. So the Marlins score a run, but an out's recorded on the base pass. And this is a clean base hit to right field. Coming around third is Meziga. He'll score the 6th run for the Marlins.
Now, with Bonifacio at first, you got to be careful that he doesn't run.
Conklin swings at the first pitch, drives it to center field. Matt kept going back, still going back, and makes the play. Good athletic play by the center fielder for the Dodgers. 8th inning is over. 9th is next. Dodgers need. That's where we stand. 6-3. Marlins on top of the Dodgers. High pop-up. Looks like it's going to stay in the field of play. One-two pitch. On the ground to first. Cantu. On the ground. Ramirez. Heck of a play to end it. And the Dodgers' 3-game winning streak is over. The Marlins win for the first time in 6 games.